Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today is the 30th of September, and what a beautiful close to a very volatile second half of the month with a very volatile monthly expiry. Today was a day where it was difficult to manage. I could have done a much better job than what I did. I think I was slightly indisciplined in taking a certain trade, which I shouldn't have technically. At my sizing, it should have been known that in case I want to get out, I'd have to pay a huge price for it. What I'm referring to is the fact that I absolutely burnt myself with slippage. So here it's clearly visible. I tried to start exiting this particular position. I was trying to straddle the 17650 because I felt that given that max OI is 50 points away, there is quite a lucrative situation going on with that straddle. And as I was exiting, you can see I started placing my orders just as it reached about 60. By the time I was done getting out of the position, I ended up paying as high as 77 at one point. So completely got messed up today by slippage, and I think overall as well got played in every direction. So it really couldn't have done too much except for trying to cut my risk at different points, which I didn't. And in fact, I was well within my 1% stop loss criteria until this 20-point slippage happened. This 20 points on a sizing of 45,000, it works out to quite a large number. So after that, it completely killed the trade and just finished the expiry with taking close to no risk at different points of time. So I hope you had a better expiry than me. I think it's something to look back on would be that why I behaved indisciplinedly. So I'll have to go over the entire trade on my own as well. And I'll catch you next tomorrow for the trade. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll catch you.
Want to meet like minded traders and discuss option strategies, adjustments, and more? Just type in Discuss Nifty in your Telegram search box and join the friendly trader community.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The time is 9:11. It is the monthly expiry today, the 30th. And yeah, it can be a relatively tricky expiry. The last 2 weeks have been a little bit all over the place. And after having once again a positive open on the Dow yesterday, we closed relatively weaker. But once again, futures are in the positive. And as far as positions being stuck up, there will be a lot of stock options today, which will move. Stocks will move slightly differently because there will be stock option settlement. So there might be unwinding of different positions at different times. So the idea for today is more or less to be a little bit careful. And the way I see it is these are the important levels to look at. It looks like we will be opening somewhere over here. We'll have to see how far that is able to sustain. Very flat kind of an opening. I haven't really checked how SGX futures are trading, so that'll give an indication if or not. So far from what it looks like, there should be a little bit of selling right off the open of about 50 points. So the pre-open is not very accurate. We'll be opening in this range. The range that I'm expecting to hold is 17,800 and 17,600. This is the most likely range for the expiry. But at the same time, if we do see a breaking of these levels, it opens up room till 17,500 on the downside and till 17,900 on the upside. That is more or less the plan for the day. I'll wait for the market to open, settle a little bit, option prices as well to settle, and then take entry. I'll keep you posted. The time is okay. The time is 9:45, and at the open, what I tried to do was short the 17,600, 17,800 position. What ended up happening is into the down move, I had to roll away my puts and then roll down my calls as well. And into the up move, I once again had to roll away my calls and keep my puts lower. So the initial idea of let me benefit from a quick IV crash didn't really happen because right into the open, we had a quick down move followed by a very quick up move. So almost from high to low, almost an 80-point down move followed by an 80-point recovery. So in order to deal with that, basically no harm, no foul, but could not capture much of an IV crash because of that immediate move. And now my position is stationed further away. Basically, the way I look at it now is that given where open interest is building, there's a huge amount of straddle writing at 17,700, but heavy amount of call shots at 17,700 and above. And there is a decent amount of support, but the biggest support I would consider is 17,600. So 17,600 and 17,800 most likely the range for today, and which is why I've positioned myself 50 points below this and 50 points above this. That should give me enough room to work with. The initial plan of benefiting from the crash in Ivy did not really work out, but this position is all right. In terms of credit, I'm sitting on a good net credit of more than 12 points roughly, and that should be a good amount for the day, given that it is beyond what the maximum individual open interest is suggesting. Also going by the straddle pricing of 17,700, pricing in about 90 rupees. So 90 rupees gives us, even if you say plus minus 100, the same range of 17,800 to 17,600, and there's a 50-50 point buffer. Now, if we start to break the day's high and show some strength from there, then we might have to, if we take this out and start heading here, then I might have to take in some additional put side credit, or at least roll away my call. I think today my approach will be to take risk off rather than to take additional risk into moves. It's a monthly expiry. We've had a whole bunch of volatility building up to the expiry. A lot of positions will be stuck here and there. You don't want to have to deal with that. And yeah, we'll keep you posted. For now, though, more or less, this position is should be relatively safer. My initial position was a high risk, high reward sort of a position, but was not able to sit in it. Definitely not able to sit in it. So we'll keep you posted. Time is 9:48. Okay, into the mild up move. What I've done is I've rolled down my calls to 17,800. Reason for that being, as far as open interest is concerned, 17,800 is going to be quite difficult, and among open interest that matters. Can't look at 18,000, that doesn't really give us much. 17,800 should be the cap, is what one would think from this. And also, given how the market is reacting to down moves and the rate at which fear is building on the downside whenever we make a down move, I would rather have a little bit of extra credit from the call side. Now, that does come with the fact that now my puts are 150 points away from 17,700, whereas my calls are just 100 points away. In case we break the day's high, more or less, once again, it will be a cue to exit the 17,800 calls and move them to 17,850. The reason for this is twofold. One, these hedges are damn expensive, the 18,000 calls. So what is ending up happening each time is that into a down move, into the put expansion, I don't have any credit on my call leg itself because of how much I paid for the 17,800. Doesn't offer me much protection. So into the slight up move, once again managed to sell at around, started selling from 12 point something, final execution at about 11.8. So the idea is better off keeping this call credit at a slightly higher value. And yeah, we'll keep you posted. And now at about the day's high is when I will have be forced to square it off. So we'll let you know how that goes. Time is 10:40, and as of now, we have remained very sideways from where we've opened. Although we have made attempts to make a move, and each time it has been negated. Bank Nifty is perfectly flat. IT is flat, and Reliance, after showing that initial weakness at the beginning, is now more or less flat. Okay, so basically, what it's looking like now is that what it's looking like is that 17,800 looking at starting to project itself like a ceiling, and there's a good amount of support at 17,600. Now basically what I'm concerned about, or what I'm looking out for, is this 17,600 put currently trading at about 15, right? The average price traded is around 19 today, so 19 is the average. So if it expands above 19, you might see a lot of unseating of these people by having to cover this put option, and eventually it might still go to zero, but that is one particular thing. And with the 17,800 call option, the average traded price is about 13.5. So above 13.5 could potentially be a concern. So my put is 50 points below the 600 strike. So that will not be too much of a problem for me. But basically, clearly above 13, there is room for explosion on this particular option. So as far as managing risk in either of my legs, would be if this starts to expand to that 13, then that will be a point to start managing risk on this call. And if this particular put expands, sorry, not this put, the 17,600 put starting to trade in that 19 range, then I'll know that I'm in some kind of trouble over here. But given that my call credit is more, and my strangle has 100 points on the upside and 150 points on the downside, that will mean that a down move will give me a little bit of a profit benefit in mark to market before I have to be concerned about this. So yeah, that being the case, it's about 11:30. We're not even halfway through the day, and so far we've been holding perfectly at 17,700. The 17,700 straddle is trading for 86 roughly, and that still gives us below 17,800 on the upside. A little bit of a green candle now, coming from a mix of things, but yeah, Reliance showing a little bit of strength as well. I'll keep you posted. Time is 11:23. Okay, we had a couple of back green candles, and basically 7 green candles in a row, and start to see a little bit of a short covering on the 17,800 calls. So what I did was I took 1/3 of my calls position, moved it up to 17,850, and 2/3 of my calls remain at 17,800, and I moved up my put option to 17,600 because at this point there is absolutely no credit left on the 17,550. So the idea is if we continue to hold now at these higher levels, right? My stop loss is exactly here, at which point I would think that these call options will be trading at around 16 rupees, right? So I will exit it there, and I will move all of my call options to this 17,850 call option, which is trading for 6.55. So we'll have to wait and see. A lot of this strength is coming from Reliance. We have metal index also going up. We have banks doing quite strong now, trading at the day's high, and pharma has been strong from the open. So we'll have to wait and watch at this point. So if this expands to 16, no option but to square it off and roll it up higher. Okay, so we continue to show a lot of strength. The chart itself is extremely bullish. We are heading higher and higher, and now have taken out the day's high. Corresponding to that, my exit on the 17,800 call option and entry through the 17,850 call option. Basically now, once again, taking risk off in the direction of the risk. And yeah, right now my strangle is more or less centered at 17,725. I have 125 points in either direction, and roughly the credit I have received for this is about 11 rupees, and my hedges will lose me about 2.5. So this is about 8.5 points that can be captured on this. And my idea for this would be not to adjust until either of them double. So this goes to 10 or this goes to 10. At that point, I will look at adjustment by taking in credit from the other side. So if this put option goes to 10, I will move my call down to 17,800. If this call option goes to 10, I will move my put option up to 16,650. So that is the plan. And yeah, so far it's been relatively an all right expiry. The entire idea today is to not lose money basically, and that's more or less what I'm working with. With high premiums, it's definitely possible that you can take a trade that can maximize on the range and try to get out with a good 3-4%, but that's not my goal for today. I will just be managing risk as and when it is necessary to. Yeah, we'll keep you posted. Time is 12:10, and as of now, we're just holding slightly higher than 17,700. Okay, the monthly expiry does not disappoint. I could not react in time to these 16,600 puts exploding. So by the time I was able to square them off, they turned out to be quite expensive. 26, 27. The rate of expansion was just immense, and I could not react in time to get out of them and roll down to the 17,750. Now, after rolling down, also obviously this has continued to expand. So I had to move down my calls. Now I think the 17,750, which we did not even test on the upside, is definitely going to be the ceiling for the day. And the issue is we're taking some kind of support around 17,650. But if we break down from here, we'll have to very quickly get out of these put options and roll down to 17,500. And yeah, what a move! Absolutely massive. Broke here and then very quickly made this down move, completely exploded the put options, and yeah, just about started holding around 17,650. We'll have to see if that acts as a support or we have a further breakdown from there. So into that move, there was huge writing of 17,700 call option. In fact, people are unwinding higher level call options and moving their call options to 17,700. Now this opens up an issue wherein if the dip gets bought, then potentially what you'll have to deal with is the 17,700 getting covered. But given that we are working with this kind of a rejection from the day's high, this kind of a strong rejection from the day's high, I would think unlikely that we take out the day's high and then go to 17,750. So my 17,750 calls would not be too concerned about whatever that expansion of the put option took place because of the sudden unwinding, right? All day people have been writing put options and a huge unwinding, whatever that had to happen has happened to a large extent. And now once again, the position is in a manageable situation. Now, in case this starts expanding because of an up move over 17,700, what I'll do is I will roll it away once again to 17,800, depending on what the situation is. I don't think that people will be spooked to cover shorts too quickly, given the kind of move that we saw. So yeah, a little bit like of a move, but at no point was I losing more than 10 points, so didn't have to, as such, be too concerned. Yeah, we'll keep you posted. I mean, you want to ideally, in such a move, also try to capitalize on the fall off in premium that you can get here. But in case there's a runoff move, I don't want to deal with the headache of these exploding puts. So it makes more sense to just take risk off whenever this kind of a move is happening. So keep you posted. As of now, it is about 1 o'clock. We've got 2 hours to go for averaging. It's about 16 points in my position, and hedges have about 2.3. So this should be an all right conclusion if things go according to plan from now. Even if these shorts start getting covered now and I have to take risk off on my calls, and that would mean that I end in a slight negative for the day, I'm happy to do that as well. There's no particular rule that you have to make money in any expiry. Right now, if I go and try and say, okay, I have to end in the green, then that will be problematic, because then I will feel the absolute need to be in the trade. So that is not something I can afford. So at no point was this trade losing me also more than 1%. So that is why it's still all right. If the trade then started to bleed in such a way that I started losing 1.5-2% on an expiry day, I think up to 2% is what I should be okay taking in terms of risk. So yeah, we got the rest of the day to go. 2 hours for averaging. Is going to be interesting how the rest of the time is going to play out. We'll keep you posted. As of now, nothing notable, apart from the fact that we've bounced off of 17,500. Okay, I getting played a little bit, and I'll have to be a little more focused. Basically, into this buying back of the dip, I preemptively took off my 17,750 calls, moved them to 17,800 in anticipation that there's a good chance that now all the shorts that have built up will get covered, and that will complete the two-way move. That didn't go exactly according to plan, because as soon as I rolled them away, there was an instant crash, which once again doubled the puts, and I had to roll my calls back down to 17,750, and in the process I would have given up about a little bit more than 3 points to that charade. Yeah, about 4 points given up to that charade. Now we're back to the 17,550, 17,750 triangle, and as of now, as things stand, this position will not undergo any further adjustment unless this put starts expanding beyond 10-11. We'll keep. Okay, so I got completely played today, and absolute carnage. By the time I could exit, at one point I was straddling the 17,650 straddle, and by the time I could exit, I got upwards of 10-15 points of slippage. So I was trying to exit this particular put option as soon as it started to hit about 60 rupees, and my square off price went as high as 77. Now on a sizing of 45,000, 20 points is about 10 lakhs. So that is the kind of slippage I got. It was quite a high conviction thing that we will pull to 17,650. But the thing is, sometimes you're just not able to stay in the trade for long enough. And the problem with size is this: anyone who thinks it's easier to trade because you have a more capital, this is a prime example. Almost 10 lakhs given just to slippage. Forget anything else. I had to completely square off my position, and then at that point got burnt in both directions. So the idea was to go from an from a straddle position to an inverted strangle position. That did not work out at all. And instead, what ended up happening is that I exited my puts with huge slippage. I could barely re-enter. I entered from 17,500, and the 17,600 call option that I sold obviously immediately exploded as well. I got out of that well enough in time, so that is fine. But yeah, very, very, very tricky, especially into wild moves like that. If your sizing is large, you yourself will completely kill the liquidity in any given strike. If I'm placing orders for 11,200, 11,200, 11,200, I am killing the supply for myself. So can't be helped. But I guess the lesson would be that don't go so close to the money with larger sizing. It just will not work out. You will not be able to sit in the position, and even if you are somehow able to try and adjust it within time, there will be a huge cost to it. Today is one of those days. With about 12 minutes to go for averaging, sold this 150 points range. Now this is trading at about 3.5 rupees. If it expands to 5, I will just exit the entire position and call it a day. Can't do too much more. It's one of those days when things just don't go according to plan. It was expected that we would have a highly volatile expiry, but yeah, definitely got played and would have nobody to blame but myself for pulling off such a fantastic scrub. This would work to about 3%, and that's quite a heavy expiry loss, but can't be helped. Happens once in a while. I'll keep you posted. There's about 10 minutes to go for averaging. Now, right now, I have this option. I've been looking at this 17,600, 17,650 triangle position, which has been available for 20 plus, and right now it's trading at a good 16. I could potentially try and get these 16 points, but I have absolutely no intention of doing that because I've already burnt far beyond what is acceptable in a single expiry, at least 1% more than what I would consider acceptable. And now the idea is not to gain anything back. That would be a purely revenge trade type situation. So yeah, we'll keep you posted. And once we're into averaging, I will more or less go over how my. Okay, there's 4 minutes to go for averaging, and more or less after the extremely volatile day, we've had some kind of a pullback to 17,650 before we close. But at the same time, I have no intention of moving my puts up to 17,600 at this point of time. And I will wait and only into averaging when I know for a fact that a 50-point strike is going to most likely go to zero. I'll try to collect an additional point or two. That would be it, and not much else. So about 2 rupees left in the short position, 50 paisa here. So 1 rupee 80 paisa is what I would be benefiting, all said and done. We'll keep you posted. Today definitely was an expiry that, if nothing else, milked people for their energy. So, okay, into averaging, about 3 minutes into averaging now. And what I'm doing is, now that both these strikes are out of the money, both the 17,600 as well as 17,650, I am rolling both of my strikes closer. So there's a good 6 rupees available, and my stop loss on each of them individually would be about 6 rupees. That being the criteria, I can afford to do that. Now this particular put option expanding is of a concern, but we are holding firmly 26 points above 17,600. So at this point in averaging, I don't expect to get cheesed more than I have already. So yeah, the stop loss on this will be on the dot at 6. I have the entire order ready to go. Yeah, the order is ready to go. So I'll be placing a limit order at about 7.5, and as soon as we look to test 6 rupees on this, I will be placing that order. We'll keep you posted. Okay, we're almost done with averaging, and whatever this 1 rupee left is going to go to zero. So roughly we can say I'll be closing around 11.8 in the negative. I'll go over now what exactly happened in the trade. So this entire part is covered. So this entire part is covered in my video. Beyond this, I had to completely focus on what was happening and I couldn't record. So basically what happened is into this down move, I had to very quickly roll away my puts, there was an immense expansion on the puts. Like, let's just look at the 17,600. Yeah, this particular put option from about 6 rocketed out of control. I got out somewhere around here and rolled it down, and also rolled down my calls. So that part was all right. Here I rolled down my calls and should have been all right. Into this up move, I made a mistake of once again taking risk off on my calls because potentially we would have a full recovery, but that didn't work out. And as soon as we broke this particular level here, I rolled down my calls again. Now into the second down move, once again rolled away my puts, had to pay big slippage here, and into the recovery it was fine. Till this entire point it was fine, until the fact that I had over here in this down move I had rolled down my calls to 17,650. Now into this up move I decided that for about 55 points, what was available that time, for the 17,650 short straddle, giving the maximum OI in both sides, I thought that was a pretty attractive deal to take. And quite quickly that went really wrong. And here I paid about 20 points, which works out close to 9 lakhs in slippage because I could not get out of my put in time. And at the same time, while I was focusing on getting out of my puts, my calls once again into this pullback start to burn, and here more or less is where I just took the entire risk of my position and decided to call it a day. And into averaging, even though I could have got the averaging trade at a much better price, I didn't take it because I wasn't willing to take any more risk for the day. And that's about it, a summary. So I mean, these kind of days happen, and the idea is also that, I mean, when you know that your position cannot handle a certain move, like if you're trading 1,000 lots of Nifty and you are expecting to be able to get out of an at the money strike, it's almost never going to happen. You're not going to get that kind of a reaction time. I got completely played. Like if you see just from this particular put option alone, the damage taken is close to 30 plus, and this in fact it would have been 35 if not for the fact that into averaging the 17,600 was almost certainly going to zero and was available at a very good price versus stop loss. So yeah, that's about it. That's the summary for the day. Very intense. Looks like the tone of the market finally has changed after having months of expiries where we have not seen like a sudden sell-off into put explosion. This finally is one, and I hope you didn't get burnt, and I will catch you tomorrow. Have a great day. Okay, so some kind of a down move into averaging, and so something that I was a little bit confused by is people covering the 17,600 put when the average almost certainly cannot go with 2 minutes remaining. And at that point, it was 5 minutes remaining. When this call was trading at 16, people were covering this at 4.5, which did not make any sense. I think people who just had a bad day shorting put options were still trying to cover it. This minute candle went up all the way till 4.7. And meanwhile, if you take a look at that point, what one should have been looking at, this particular call option went never lower than like 13-ish. And that call option has to go to zero for the put option to be worth anything, which was not going to be the case. So yeah, I think that covering was very unnecessary. And now this position is I'm going to let it expire exactly as is. So it is going to be worth nothing, and I will be effectively closing with 1.8 lakh loss for the day. So thank you for watching. I'll catch you at the
Thank you for watching. Please post any questions you have in the comment section. Also, do not forget to like and share the video and subscribe to the channel. To find us on Twitter, Telegram and Facebook, use the username NiftyBN. Also, we post some of our trades to the community tab, so do not forget to check that from time to time.